Hey everybody, happy Saturday. Wanted to get on here really quick before the evening starts for a great many of us and go over the forecast I just posted for April 25th through May 4th. I'll start going over that with you in just one second. Let me click on something and then we'll get started. Sip of water and I am ready to go. Hope everyone's having a great day. I hear the weather is gorgeous on both coasts. I know it's beautiful here in California today. I'm sure it's just as nice in the East Coast from what I've heard. So it makes it a little hard to be in quarantine though, I tell you. Okay, so we start off the weekend with a Pluto moving into retrograde. This started today and it's going to stay for about 5 months or so. Hold on, I posted something about it on my own site. It stays till October 4th of 2020. And anytime you have this planet, this is the planet of intimacy, life, death, transformation, it's rebirth. Anytime it moves into retrograde motion, it's a time to review the past few cycles of our lives for everybody. So this would be the seasons of fall and winter. It's a time to take a look at the changes that have happened since the fall harvest, even the challenges that we have gone through. These next 5 months are going to be a time for all of us to take a deeper look into things, review, regroup, reassess the situation. And once we're out of this retrograde, the universe will be giving us the answers we need to proceed forward. One thing about this energy with Pluto retrograde is it feeds into our fears. It's the shadow side of ourselves. So first thing you want to do is not feed into fears. I say this a lot, and I know I sound like a broken record, but it's very, very with this energy, even though it's in retrograde and it goes backwards in some way, there will be outbursts of violence here, there, and everywhere. The energy can be somewhat volatile at times. What else can I say about this retrograde? Thought someone was knocking on my door. It sounded like it. This is also a time for like a lot of my magical folk. Our energy in the realm of witchcraft and sorcery, our energy is going to be, how do I put this? Stronger, yes, but our magical powers are going to need to be a little more contained, whether that's through grounding or whatever. The energy is there and it's powerful, but it will have to be contained just a little bit. Make sure you close your circles, ground, because this is a way of letting a portal open to the underworld. So just remember those things, especially if you're new to magic. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to message me. astrologywitch22@gmail.com, astrologywitch.com for my website. And if you're looking for sales, I have them. Check them out. I got all kinds of stuff, both on Etsy and my website. But if you have any questions on this matter, just contact me and I can explain a little more to you. Now, Mercury enters Taurus on April 27th. And anytime you have this planet of communication, which is Mercury, moving into down to earth Taurus, things move a little slower. Taurus is slow and steady. It's calmer energy, and the focus tends to become more about practical matters, about finances, materialism, and even domestic matters. This energy is also softened into more Venus energy. Many souls born with this placement, it's all about finances and security and money matters. They will love to discuss things that are related to the energies of Venus, such as the arts, the beauty industry, massage, even talking finances, stock market, investments, things like that. And they're going to be very good at communicating these things. A lot of times, people with a Mercury in Taurus make very good stockbrokers and very good hedge fund managers and things like that. They know how to talk with money. Very nice placement. And if you like what you hear today, please give my channel a like. Every like is much appreciated. And last but not least, we have days of caution coming up. This is going to be for April 27th, 28th, and 29th. The energy is going to shift into a moonic phase, and this energy falls right on the US of A. So we will make headlines one way or another. This energy represents beginnings, it represents endings. It's a sudden and drastic shift within the home, within the world of real estate. Family tragedies happen at this time, abrupt relocations due to natural disasters, bad weather. Many changes come during this energy, so be careful. Even Mother Earth comes alive during this energy, so a lot of earthquakes happen at this time as well. It's not just for Uranic phases. The Earth is always alive, so the Earth is always forever moving, but Uranic and Moonic phases are the two main phases where major earthquakes will happen well above the 6.0 Richter scale. And that is about it. The next few days, the next 10 days are relatively quiet. There's not a whole lot going on, few shifts here and there. The major one will come on May 5th, and I will be on here well before then. In fact, I have a couple of videos I'm going to throw out there. I'm going to do one tomorrow for you. You're going to want to tune in. I don't really know how to set up my YouTube for a pre-schedule. Every time I do that, I don't seem to be able to get into broadcasts, and I'm sure it's me. The operator doesn't know what the hell she's doing. If any of you out there know what the hell I'm doing wrong, please let me know. I'd be most grateful. Anyway, I am going to get on here tomorrow and go over, I don't like to call them predictions, but I'm going to tell you what energies are coming and what we're going to see with the world at large for the next 18 months. We're having a big shift on May 5th when the dragon head and tail, the north and south nodes of the moon, shift into a Gemini Sagittarian energy. And I'm going to have to do a couple of different broadcasts because they all kind of correlate to each other. So tomorrow I'm going to do the predictions and forecasts for the next 18 months of what's going to happen with the world at large with this energy. But I've always said that when we as a nation or a country, we always have a tendency to take on the energy of the commander-in-chief, and this would be the President of the United States. So I'm going to have to do the stars of his fate. I've looked deep into his stars, and there's some interesting things coming. I'm going to throw out a date. I'm going to include this in my newsletter when I go on and talk about Donald Trump. But October 22nd is a date we want to keep an eye out for on the news. Something major is coming. It might be something devastating to his election. My daughter mentioned to me yesterday, she said, you know, Mom, what you're talking about might have to do with, oh God, what was his attorney's name that went to prison? Cohen. Is it? Yeah. So the Cohen might be writing a tell-all book, and it might drop. I have a feeling it might drop around the 22nd of October. October in general is not a good month for Donald Trump. He is operating on one of his hidden unlucky dragon energy for that month. So only time will tell. But I will do that as well. I'm going to look into his stars a little bit more and give you some more dates when I get them. But for now, I wanted to throw the forecast out. Have a safe week. And I know this quarantine isn't easy on many of us, especially when the weather is so gorgeous. It's so beautiful here today. You know, yesterday too, we barbecued yesterday because it was just so beautiful. So get out there and enjoy the fresh air, you know, whether that's in the confines of your backyard or having to go on a exercise hike somewhere. Enjoy. And I'll return tomorrow. You guys have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.